Hey everybody! So like I promised that I'm back. So we're gonna get into playing Danganronpa. For the people that are not here, for the people that are not here yet, unfortunately, you're gonna have to miss. You're gonna have to miss the beginning of Danganronpa. I don't know if Aiko, Apollo, and Random Girl are actually gonna join me because they're usually my regulars that are on here. But without further ado, let's get started now, shall we? Alright. So I've been doing a lot of research, right? Of what game I should do next. And I feel like I should play a game that's by Spuck Chungsoft. So, I don't know. But anyways, let's get into this. So, like last time, the same deal. That I have to be eating ice cream and nothing that's, crumble, I guess. I mean, I asked my doctor if I could at least like have like some type of you know, chip. She said these, but nothing too flaky. So, definitely those chips. And because just in case because of my blood pressure, um well, my sugar levels, you know, we got our ice cream and our Oreo mug. So I'll just take a nice bite of this. Cool. Mm. But let Aiko know. There's a live stream. Brian. Hi, baby. Uh, so for the live stream, babe, since you're on here, I did prepare ice cream in our mugs. So I wanted to let you know. No, I'm taken care of. I got 2 things of water, and just in case if I want to snack on something, that's these. Wanted you to make sure that. So, okay. Let's turn this around. Alright, so we were in here. If I'm remembering correctly, it was because of the number thingies. I don't know where they go. I'm guessing over there. So, okay, let's get into this. Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here at. Locker. Good job, thank you. There's a wooden locker here. They use wooden blocks, just like those super traditional public bathrooms. It looks like the key we found in Yoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Look at it. Do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the keys I found in the locker that we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. I took out the wooden block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock hand. The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened it. Wow. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 in total. Ooh, look. I know you guys can't see it, but like it's right under where it says thin they, that there's something pink with paper in there. Yeah. Of course, without the bows, there's nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows have been added to the trace bullet section in your handbag. Oh, there's something inside the locker. It's a it's a waddled up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a
I
bloodstain?
see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But but how is it possible to be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the tree fluid section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something
Very
wrong?
strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was the locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps Yakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on the next location. Huh? What next
What?
location? There's still something we need to look into. We need we need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Well, it's a school, so a library, or computers, or yeah, research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. That's right. The archives has all kinds of information that the general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. So, Ayaku,
Hmm.
I believe the file related to Fenrir is somewhere over here. Yakuya seems to know the archives like the back of his hand. Went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. Quickly returns the file in the hand. Whoops. That was my bad. I I clicked. Okay, it needs to turn pink. I keep forgetting.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out on the Middle East. Unlike unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. IDK French. Daijoubu, mon ami, monsieur. It's okay. They claim to have a single member of equivalent of an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence was enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumor indicates that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within this group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. It's unpredictable, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it so exciting. Exciting? Definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joined the squads would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh snap! Ding dong bing bong, you know what that means, babe.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it
That just
constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. Of course it has. It really does say ding dong bing bong. Yeah, it does. It does say ding dong bing. You thought I was joking? It does say ding dong bing bong. For sure. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. It's the red door to HE double hockey sticks. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We've been investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out at this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Huh? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy by yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourself. He'll be here any second. Any second. Could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? Hmm? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When I heard that voice, we all spun around.
Hey.
I'm here, and no rules have been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it in the class trial. You need to save some fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right, there is no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. Shing! No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyways, hustle your belts into the elevator. I'm just one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko, so you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. We gotta deal with ghosts. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the class trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Jesus, Kyoko's been gone, man. Listen, before we start, I have something to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you, son?
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorm. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Phew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my research, came back down, and just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a class trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you on waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what that key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section in your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get into trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current
It
situation,
would seem
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone. There he goes. There he goes. See, I knew at some point he was gonna start barking. And my husband isn't even home yet. And my husband won't be home probably until 10. Oh. you guys also, whoever's watching, Yoya, I don't know if you're watching, but remember to buy the wipes. I know you need to buy other things, but remember to buy the wipes. Thank you. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say that it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seeming unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I step into the elevator. Let me just get a bite of this, because class trial, well, I'm going to be able to bite more, you know, because I'm not going to be talking for a while. Of coming with preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was a blinding light of despair. Wow.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ah! I've been waiting for this. It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills!
Let's get on with the show! So the curtain opens for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yes, Doi, of course we need to save. Because, like, for example, the reasons that we save, alright? I've said them multiple times. So the reason why I save is because, 1, there could be a powder outage. That's what my husband always tells me. It's like, there could be a powder outage. 2, wait, who died? Ah, hello, firework for me? Fireworks for me. They actually discovered a body that had a mask on it with a white trench coat, and this body had some press-on red fingernails, a type of scar that looked like a tattoo, and it caught to a crisp, and it has different it had a stab wound in the abdomen by a big hunter's knife, but they also had a bunch of other wounds that seemed to have kind of healed over, but they were smaller and unconcerning. So, this is actually, I think, the final class trial. Um, so yeah, that's catching you up to speed. And they actually don't know who it was, but they think it's Mukuro Ikusaba. So yeah, memory slowed back. Kyoko is gone. A mysterious mass body appeared. A threat holding them all together began to spin and twine into one. So yeah, so just catching you up. That's exactly what happened. So this is gonna be, I think, probably the last class trial of the whole game, especially with the atmosphere definitely changing. So yeah. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Mysterious indeed, exactly.
Your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish
Don't worry,
everyone
it's been a while for me too when I played this game.
And the one that deceived
Any questions
everyone
during the class
else
trial,
will
please ask me.
graduate.
I'll answer it.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Cool.
Well,
Who
then,
knows?
let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Not the truth.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Dude, you're dumb, okay?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Right.
No, that's a ghost!
No, it's not.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Not really.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
There's a lot of ridiculous I can tolerate with you and him. I just
okay.
want to punch him.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Yeah. Like, for example, the dead body had pink hair. Say. Piercing glare. Yoko's face. Gloves.
I got it!
The gloves.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Oh, I know. Me, can I say it?
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yes. All of
In
us do.
fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Right.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
It probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Hey, dude, calm the heck down. There's no way that corpse is Kyoko. But if I can't prove it, we're gonna be stuck here in case that moves forward. So I don't have any other choice but to. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. This always gets to me. I think it's the fake
Kyoko
nails.
there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
Just letting you know,
She's
for
not a
anybody that's
ghost.
watching, I suck at this.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in
No!
the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Okay, maybe not that part.
Well,
Maybe not.
yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, it's wrong.
Got it! On my first try. Woo! I usually suck.
No,
It usually takes me 10
There's
tries.
no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Hello, you don't see the tattoo?
I
Seriously?
imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Hey, yeah, it is. Okay. Putting press
Besides,
on nails,
Kyoko
they
wears
literally
gloves to
can
hide
come
her
off
hands,
just
right?
with any type of force.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Kyoko,
Dumb,
any
man.
thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
So you can remember that.
If I wore fake
But not
nails,
but
the
not what
gloves
Ultimate you
wouldn't
are.
fit
Okay.
properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yes.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said.
Mhm.
You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Seriously, how long did this take? How long did this freaking take just for him to be like, oh yeah, you're right? Everything's starting from there. Starting from where? I missed that. Right. See, now this is where it gets to where I don't know if it's the tattoo on the right hand.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I don't know what like, okay, for this one, I actually don't know what to... So we have to
Kyoko
identify the
really is
dead
still
body,
alive.
right?
Then who died?
Mighty Delta.
There's gotta be
Hi,
some
Delta!
way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
What about the tattoo? Is it the tattoo? I have no... No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, well, obviously,
Kyoko
yeah, no,
really
she's
is
right. It
still
is.
alive.
It was burnt
Then who
beyond
died?
recognition.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
The face.
And
She
there
said the face.
wasn't
I
any
thought she said the
description
body.
in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I got it. I figured it out. Again, I have said this so many times that when I first played this game, I had the
There
walkthrough.
was
This time
one
I'm
clue
just
left
using my
behind that
head.
we can use to identify the body.
But hi, Delta.
What? For real? You're lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Sorry for missing yesterday's stream. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
stream yesterday. Today I'm
Design's
streaming.
Pretty strange, huh?
I didn't stream yesterday because
Dog? Her master
my
mean
husband,
must
he
have
wanted
made
me to
her
take a day
to
off
be
from
like,
streaming everything.
You're my
Great.
bitch.
So you're fine. We're gonna
Seriously?
stream Monday night.
Really did something
For
that
now.
humiliating?
So Monday nights.
No, that's not it.
Saturday nights.
The
Monday nights.
identity of
That's
the
when I'm gonna
victim is
stream.
hidden within
If
that
anybody's
tattoo.
interested.
Oh, really?
Monday and Monday and Saturday. Monday. Not S. Okay. If you compare the tattoo on the other information we have, the victim should be clear. Where is that Fenrir? Fenrir.
I got it!
Yeah, got it.
The
Oh, okay.
Fenrir
Yeah,
Mercenary Corps.
I know it sounded like I said
That's the name of the
Sunday,
military
but I meant to
group
say
Mukuro
Monday, so you're
Ikusaba
fine.
belonged to.
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Yep.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf. It's a wolf. Tell me if that's too loud or not. Hold on. W. Come on. Bring in the W's. F. Done.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge,
Aru.
world-ending wolf face.
Aru,
He's the
Aru,
child of
Aru.
the
That's what
trickster
I'm.
god
That's what
Loki
I'm gonna be doing
and the
each and every
female
time they say
giant.
Fenrir. Aru.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, yeah,
A
we
wolf
did.
tattoo. And that means...
And that
Exactly.
means-
The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf,
Exactly.
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh, hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Yes. No. Maybe so.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right.
Uh,
Yes, indeed.
liar.
The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup-last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Right.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Her profile.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, her profile.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Yes.
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Yep. What a shock.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Mm.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
No, I wouldn't say. I would think that she's more like a tool.
Headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Hey, she probably was assuming.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
And yet his family name
I've
ceased to
officially
exist.
decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so
Sorry,
nobody's
we're starting with the
confused,
ASMR with the napkin
let me
again.
state this one more time for the record.
What?
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
You know, Monokuma's trying really hard to hide his identity.
To your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Yes.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Oh, you know.
Get a hold of
Yeah.
yourself. We've already
We all
narrowed
know,
down the list
right?
of possible suspects.
Right? Right?
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects.
My God!
Unfortunately, it's me and
You've
Kyoko.
narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
Mm.
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
Yep. Isn't that
The
fun?
whole time
Hey,
we
who
were
wants to
very
dismantle
careful
Monokuma?
not to go anywhere
Alright.
alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Yep.
exactly so.
The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Sometime I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding
Okay, so
the
there's
whole
gonna be some
alibi
ASMR
thing.
happening.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Probably. Their problem?
Well, before that,
There we
I
go.
just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure.
Yep.
I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was about 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I
You know,
was
sometimes I
already
hate how
asleep before
slow-paced this
nighttime
is.
hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7:30?
Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. until 7:30. Okay then. Looks like the game's up again. I can't prove an alibi for that period. Then I'll just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
No. Damn. Here we go. It's happening again. It's happening again. Shoot. It's the fragments. I know it's the fragments. I just have to shoot at the right thing. It's happening again.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Damn. Okay, so I have to figure out. Okay, so obviously it's not the 7:30 one, alright?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Okay, here we go. See, this is what I was talking about.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
What would it be? Oh man, I'm stuck. Because it has to be the fragments that usually tell us, right? Because the fragments is because of the bomb. The bomb that they took out of Monokuma.
Between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay. It's not the 7:30 thing. It's the only thing that I can hit. It's either the 10 o'clock or the 7:30 one. Or do I absorb the 7:30 and then shoot
We've
the
established
10
a
o'clock
time
thing?
frame for
I
the
think
murder.
that's what I'm supposed to do.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and
I
Makoto
think
doesn't
that's
have
what
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
guessing so.
So Makoto, if
If you have any objections, now would be the time.
we've established
Alright.
a time frame for the murder. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Man. I'm so stuck. Is it the sprinklers?
We've
Let's try
established
this.
a
This is
time
my
frame for
last
the murder.
life, alright? Let's try the
It took
sprinklers.
place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Nope, not the sprinklers, damn it. Oh my god. I have never been more stuck. Yep. Dead. 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 Just keep repeating it until I don't believe it. Dead.
It's...
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Let's go. Let's try the
We've
exploding body
established
thing.
a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Nope, not that one. Nope. See, I'm telling you, I have no idea. I am stuck.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 10 and 9 o'clock in the...
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have it.
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any...
The objections, now would be the time.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 10 and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be stuck on this. I'm gonna be stuck on this forever.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Finally,
No,
figured it out. And this last chip is my treat.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Uh-huh.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
It was laid on top of the wet,
How?
I think.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Exactly.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Give him a second. We need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is go with the evidence. Do it. Look at the body itself. It should make it clear. It's a rhythm game. Yeah.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! How can you say it was...
This should prove it.
There we go.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion.
Yeah.
And you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Yeah, exactly.
The top half of the body was wet, yes. But the bottom half was completely dry.
Yeah, that's true.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yes.
So they only got the top wet?
Yep.
The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just...
So
move on.
brutally honest.
The
It's
reason
like
only
no
the
filter.
top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water.
Yep.
But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Yes.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Can I kill him?
In
No, I'm
which
kidding.
case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
What? No. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko's murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Oh boy, here she goes.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
True.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Oh,
So
shit,
are
talking
you
mushroom.
saying you're not the culprit?
Oh,
course
she's the
I'm not.
culprit.
I have no
Oh, I'm
reason
kidding.
to kill
She's not the
anyone.
culprit. No, do it right.
This
She's not
is
the
a trap
culprit.
the mastermind has laid for us.
Yep.
A
That's for sure.
trap?
Yes.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
But it is a
wasting
trap.
time, Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
You're just trying to make us not
Shut up,
pay
you.
attention to you.
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Mm-mm.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Oh, great. Now she's pointing the finger at me.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Oh. Is it the fragments near the body? No, I'm kidding. Of course it's not the fragments near the body. Okay. It would have to be the code. It would have to be the code. Tarp?
I got it!
It would have to be the tarp, yeah.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
But there was no tarp.
In fact,
On top of it.
that's exactly what the killer did.
Oh, true.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Because of the sprinklers.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Wow.
This proves that the killer
Readjust.
used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To blame the blame game
Most
or whatever.
likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Oh, wait, I know. It's because
In
of the
other
bomb.
words, to create an excuse
To cover up that the
exactly
bomb
like the
gets
one
soaked,
Makoto
so that way it
just
can still
gave
work.
us.
I don't know. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used in the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Exactly.
And what might that be?
I can't be worried about Kyoko's motivation. I don't want something, everyone's gonna... if I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Snap, we're going against Kyoko. We're going against our girl Kyoko. You know what? I guess the body before the explosion?
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Nope. Shot at the rock thing again.
Shoot!
Here we go. It's starting. It's starting.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Probably the bomb thing. I don't even know.
By covering the body with the tarp,
Exploded
the killer
body
prevented it from
analysis.
getting wet.
Fragment
So
near the dead
reason
body.
The tarp was only dirty on one
Body
side
before the
is because
explosion.
the sprinkler got that side
I
wet.
think it's the body
But the
before the
underside of the tarp?
explosion.
It was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No. I missed it. I missed it because of those big
By
letters.
covering the body with
Why
the
did I
tarp,
make this so difficult? Why did I
killer
put it at the
prevented
most
it from
difficult
getting
setting?
wet.
I put this at the most difficult
So
setting.
the reason
I don't know
the
why I
tarp
did
was
that.
only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I thought that with that much space it would work. I guess not.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No! Oh, this is gonna take forever. Again. It's gonna take me
By
forever
covering
again.
the
I have
body with
wasted,
the tarp,
I think, a minute
the
already.
killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason that it's because the spring, but the underside, it was totally
It's because that side was protected. Since it was facing, of course it
Didn't get dirty.
Thank you.
no, it's wrong.
God.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it,
Yeah, that's the floor.
because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Right.
Byakuya said it himself, not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides.
Not just
washing
one.
the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Right.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
The nurse's
I
office?
know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Duh.
That's what Hifumi did, right?
Yeah.
When he pretended to be dead?
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got the blood from right there in the garden? Come on. Turn, thing. From what? No. The chickens! The chickens! And they must have killed one of the chickens. My only solution. Oh, that's too much. Okay. I'm back in the center. Alright. Chicken coop.
I got it!
The chickens.
Chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Yeah. Duh.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, that's what they do a
That's
lot.
messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
Which is what?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Yes.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Yep.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
They must have let it dry.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so.
No.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Just letting you know, this is not even a real murder, man.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned
Ain't
off?
that the truth?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Oh my god. The suspicion falls back on me again? But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguising the body has been added to the truth bullet section of your
Well
handbook.
then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Yep.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Yep,
We're serious, man. Which one of them did it?
neither.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Technically, it's not 50-50.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No,
No.
not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and
Oh,
burnt?
here we go with the knife. I knew that knife was gonna come back to
One
haunt
we
me.
found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
I freaking knew that body was gonna...
According to the
knife was gonna
Monokuma
come back
file,
behind.
the knife went all the
me.
way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yeah.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, now that we have a knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. I don't know what she might do. I don't want it. So what do we do? Well, why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yeah.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Oh yeah, we noticed a while ago.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure what exactly actually happened that night. I thought maybe I really did kill him.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
12,000? Consider everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Seriously, I think this is like the worst class trial ever. Okay. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Right.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
It is, but...
Shoot!
Oh, here we go again.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, and that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, this is gonna take a while.
The knife we found, it's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. But just because I had the knife, that automatically makes...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Oh.
Shoot!
I'm bound to fail. I am bound to fail. I swear, I always suck at these. I don't know whether to absorb something or whether or not to do something else.
I refuse to give up yet.
I suck today. I suck today of all days. It's starting. Dicing the body, exploding body analysis, fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead.
It's the same one we gave to...
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Analyze the whole
Just
thing.
because I had that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so what is highlighted is the
The
stab.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same
I
one
am
we
back.
gave to
Hello.
Makoto.
Oh, I'm
It really
so...
is, isn't it?
Oh, and the knife
I
given
was
to
afraid.
Makoto. Okay, and then stab.
If he did have that knife before, and that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what
This
killed
one?
her.
No! Hi, Aiko. Oh my god. Oh my god. For me, I'm going in loops again.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
No, no, that's not what I wanted to shoot. No! Ah! See, it's starting. It's starting.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to
I don't think it's this one either. And it didn't even hit it.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
But just because I had that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
There we go. I figured it out.
It's wrong.
Oh, but yeah, hi, Aiko. Hello.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
And I saw the message that you sent me. I'll definitely do that after the stream.
We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and
Yeah.
then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Yes. Yes.
In other words,
Yes.
the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Yep. Yep.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Wow. Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. It's the exact condition of the body written down. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. sprinklers when body was found. For some reason, it was the fifth. It's the fifth trial. I think it's this one. No.
Shoot!
Messed up again. It was the one before it. Alright. Let me go through all these really quick. Oh, not the that doesn't really give anything away. No, that's not the button. I wanted to press the X. Great. Due to the explosion,
I got it!
there you go.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Of course you did.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Right. They're trying to set him up. Hello, he's the only one that has the
Probably
knife.
stabbed her to draw attention away from what
The
actually
Monokuma.
killed
Okay.
her.
I know, I guessed it. I guessed it right, yeah.
Exploding the body
Look at that
afterward
girl
was
fly.
probably meant
Look
to
at
do the
Toko
same
flying.
thing.
If you ever wanted to be a superhero, well, she lived her dream just now. For
The
a few
explosion
seconds.
severely damaged the body.
Yeah.
Making it
But again,
impossible
did
to
you
know
guys
what
not see the
really
pink
killed
hair?
her.
Oh, you...
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all
Pink hair,
evidence
brown
of their
boots,
crime.
red laces, low,
So they
red
wanted
bow.
us to
There's a
notice
red
the
bow.
stab wound and then
I'm getting angry.
detonated the
I'm getting
body
angry.
afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yep. By making it explode.
Okay, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but... what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Because of a
If
bomb.
you bothered
Bam.
to put that
Of
lump
a bomb.
of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
That's something that, like, okay. I just realized Toko got exploded twice. I know, she did. She did, and she survived twice.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why don't you tell her? Why do I have to tell her? There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Let me press the X first. Everybody remain fine because this so-called the bond remain dry. No, not that one. Nope. Apparently, the killing game began. Produced 60 participants, 60 dead. About to come up and get Oh, I think it was this one. We get wet later. Move the time. Make it look like the corpse had been. Now see this. Monokuma file again? No. How about unkillable? I'm going to have dinner, BRB. Okay, you go eat. You go eat. For me, I'm not going to be eating until probably 10. No. I got it wrong. I got it wrong. Well, time to revive me again for the third time.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah, woohoo. Okay.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound, that should be
Lies!
No, the killer covered up. The
Let's speed this on. Alright. Okay. Fake nails, tattoo on right, fragment, and no, not that either.
shoot.
Dang it! Ah, that's not what I wanted to press. Guessing it's before the explosion. Again, I pressed the wrong thing! Oh my god! I'm in a loop again! I'm gonna die again, and I'm gonna have to start this whole class trial all over again. Okay, so obviously not the knife, not the tarp, not the chicken coop, yeah, because... Okay, not that. Not that. Ah. Not this. Think. Oh. See, I'm going in a loop again. Oh. I know it's not this one. I can't figure it out. And it's in the Monokuma file, and the Monokuma file doesn't work, and then it's not...
I refuse to give up yet!
Again.
Wait!
Oh, we're going back in time. Here we go, here we go, here we go. No. Shoot. I'm literally gonna have to go like down the list because I can't figure this out. Because it said it was, you know. Dead body. Okay, so it's not disguising the dead body. It's not the Monokuma file. It's not exposing an answer. Fake nails. Right hand tattoo. Like. Mission of the body. Fragments. Sprinklers. Body was found. I don't even know. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Like. I feel like it has something to do with the tattoo or something. Fake nails or the tattoo. I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Like, to describe the body, it's... Okay, well, obviously it's not that. Okay. I pressed that, and yet it didn't want to do it.
The file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
was just another piece of camouflage set up. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Duh.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible
I just realized
to know
it severely
really
damaged the body, specifically where the injuries are.
The killer's attempt
Welcome back.
to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Exactly. So like it's seriously so pointless.
Latch onto the knife as the cause of death then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that the explosion covered up the wounds
I have a
that
question.
were the deadly ones.
It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bother to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
No.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Who would be, honestly?
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Fragments. When the body was found. Let me read this. Announcement, dining hall, gym. Headmaster. Before the explosion. Blocked titanium arrows. Oh, okay. See, and this is where I got stuck the first time. Alright. This is for the tarp getting wet. Prevent the body to okay. So has to be
I got it!
Yeah.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Like the wood block. Oh no. It's talking about
That
like
fragment reveals the cause of the
what caused the
explosion.
explosion. It wasn't the wood. It wasn't the wood block.
You know, I think I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yep.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Yeah, to distract
They
you.
wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Oh, we know what really
Fine.
killed her.
I have
If
no
it was my
problem
first
with
time
that.
through,
Let us
I would be
continue
so
the debate.
lost.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal
sorry.
injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
No.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Only
And
because
more
there's
than
evidence that
that,
she was hit in the back of the head, which is anyway.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yes. Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
No. Wrong thing. No, he's right.
Then shall we consider the victim's fatal injury?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oh. Great. Great. Starting again.
Then, shall
shall we continue the victim's fatal injury?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well,
Yeah?
And it wasn't me because of the... And then there's only one other...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I had to absorb countless wounds, didn't I? Probably. Probably.
Then
I just realized
the
too late.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because there's only one other...
Oh, yeah.
I remember, it's gotta be...
That's gotta be it.
Gotta
There was
absorb...
evidence that showed she was hit on the back
this
of her
one you
head.
gotta absorb hero.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we
Is it
continue
heroes
the
that I
debate?
absorbed?
The
I thought it
victim's
would be
fatal
God.
injury has
Yes.
yet to be
The
determined.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'll
And
try.
it
I'll try.
wasn't me because of the knife, right? And there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, so I
Then
have to
shall we
absorb
continue? The victim's fatal
hero.
injury.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And there's only one other thing.
How about-
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay.
Then
Oh.
shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for
Whoops.
sure.
Oh God.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife. There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I don't know what to press, man. Because if it's hero's account, what do I hit?
Then shall we continue
Hit on the back of
debate?
her head.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
It's not. Oh, it is this. Okay.
Yo, what's wrong? Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Yes.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Right.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
This chapter is where bad ending
maybe
can
they
be
held
showed,
it the
right?
other way
Yeah.
and hit her with the handle.
No way!
Yeah, it is. The bad
The
ending.
odds
Yeah,
would be
this
all
is
off.
that's what this is.
You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Ooh.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
And she's not the
I
serial
feel
killer
same
side?
way.
Oh my
Looks
God.
like we're on the same page this time.
Oh my God.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Real murder weapon. Alright. Not the time. Oh. 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 Titanium arrows? Bloody dead. Would it be the titanium arrows?
I got it!
Yes.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
There we go.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
It's messed up.
Are you sure? That sounds
Messed up?
kind of weird.
It is.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right! I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
And she's saying what you think is wrong. I don't blame Hina about it, because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. The duct tape. The locker. The detective wooden key, titanium arrow. So it could be the bloody key. No, the wooden block key or the bloody duct tape.
Titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yes.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Nope, missed.
Talking back to Master, you have no right!
The bloody duct tape has to go with the
titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have... It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Yep.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Yep.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
How many arrows was it anyway? It just looked so many arrows.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong.
I actually seen
Cooperation.
this technique actually on the Untamed. The non-debate is way faster now, to be honest. Yeah. But like I remember, like I watched it in the Untamed too when they were trying to take down like this big beast, called the Tortoise of Slaughter. That they bundled up a bunch of arrows so that way it could become a harpoon. So that way it could pierce the skin. Since the skin was so thick. Because it's a tortoise. We're talking about a tortoise, and it's like tortoise that lives for like hundreds of years. So they kind of had to, you know, get a bunch of arrows because they were stuck in a cave, and there was like a battle before they got stuck in the cave. So they just got strings and arrows and tied those arrows in a big bunches, and it pierced the skin. It did the job. Just saying.
Harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the
Yeah,
dojo
it does
locker,
seem like a bit faster, but I'm like, there's
you,
one more
Kyoko.
debate after this, right?
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Right, the key.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
The evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Connected to the locker.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
More like it was planted there. Yeah, there's another trial left. I thought
Don't
so.
bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear
My bad.
motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
What?
Last night, You were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
This game will be confusing to me. I'm slow for this. Oh, hello, cactus. I'm slow at it too. Like for me, I went with a walkthrough the first time I played this. Okay, I have no walkthrough. No walkthrough. And she came to my rescue. Could that be right? Which would mean Kyoko. She killed someone for
That's
me.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
But I feel you, cactus. Okay, this game
Really?
definitely
But you should know
involves
better
a
than
lot of
anyone
patience.
I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Yakuya should know better than anyone? Does that mean... The body was found.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master, would you ever hide something from me?
And the body was found.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
You
Maybe.
stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Oh, man. First time I saw Makoto get voted, I thought I was actually gonna get crushed. Me too. Yeah, for
Those
like
words you
seriously,
just
when
spoke.
Makoto got,
What
oh
do you
my
mean?
god, I remember.
Exactly
I'm
what I said.
having flashbacks.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone.
I don't
here.
think that was it. Crap. Okay, I know where to shoot now.
Shoot!
Okay, that was my one suspicion.
Those
Okay,
words
now
you
I know where to shoot.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You
Right
should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master, would you ever hide something from me?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Nope. Okay, so probably need to absorb something.
Those words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the you should understand.
Master, would
Just speed this
There's
along.
proof that you are... Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of
And then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
See, we're in a loop again. We're in a loop again.
Those words you just
I
spoke.
swear.
I'm not the you
I
should understand.
suck.
Master, would you
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated it. You said I hid and then left the locker. But could I really
Okay,
have done
so I
that?
shot at everything. That means that I definitely have to absorb something.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand that
I
more
have
than
to absorb
anyone here.
about that. Okay, that's what I thought.
What are you, Master?
I thought so. I thought that was the thing that I needed to do.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Got it.
Could I really have done that?
No, she couldn't because she was locked out of her room.
Those
I got
words
it, I
you
got
just
it.
spoke.
Exactly what
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you?
Master, would you ever hide something from me?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No!
Is that what you're saying?
You stated
No!
You said I hid the and then left
The locker key in my own room, but
Come on. Yes!
could I really have done that?
Those words
The
you
proof,
just
the proof.
Exactly what I'm not.
Where he says
you
the
should
proof.
understand.
That's what I need to shoot.
What are you?
Master, would you ever hide something?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Exactly.
Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Duh.
If I had the key to your room,
then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Right.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Right.
Am I wrong?
Thank you. Thank you.
It would appear not.
Right.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction of what Kyoko told us, an obvious lie. But this isn't like her. To try and save herself with such desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there something some deeper meaning hidden with what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. Bad ending is the lie, yeah. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko. In case you want to show or something. True. What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? If you spend your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger. If that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I have to say whether... You know what? Because of that, let's do Pursue the Lie. Let's do Pursue the Lie. Hold on. I wish I could save. I wish I could save so that way I don't have to do this whole class trial all over again.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what?
Wait, hold on. Whoops. Wrong button.
Right, Kyoko.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko. Kyoko's definitely lying. It must be because there's some truth she wants to keep hidden. Her identity. No, not her identity. Kyoko's account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Okay, I know that.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there.
That's not what I was supposed to share. And I failed. Ah! No one believes me, no one wants to hear it. Da, 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 da. Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Do this. Okay, well, since there's only one bullet, that means you have to absorb
I
something.
didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Unless you did the same
Someone
thing as how she
other
got
than
into
me
my
must
room.
have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Okay, I have a
because I'd
suspicion.
given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's, how else could the key...
Someone other than me must have put it there.
That's the only explanation.
It's gotten onto the room.
I didn't have the key because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Yeah, I kind of
There's
figured,
no
yeah,
doubt
it's
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, 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 no!
When we searched Kyoko's room,
No!
how else could the key have gotten
Get
there?
rid of that.
Someone
There
other
you go.
than me must have put it there.
That's the
Oh,
only
come on.
explanation.
Alright, alright. I gotta focus
I
on the
didn't have
shooting,
the key
okay?
to my
I
room
can't look at the
because
chat.
I'd given it
Can't
to
look at the chat. I need to
There's no
focus
doubt
on the
You are
shooting.
correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, wrong button, wrong button. Yeah!
The key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only
We
explanation.
shoot this, so that way I can get rid of it. There we
I
go.
didn't have the key because I'd given it.
Okay,
There's no
so I
doubt
need to
about
focus. I need to focus.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No. I keep pressing triangle. I don't know why I keep pressing triangle. Or should I say I keep holding triangle? All I have to do is just press triangle to
That's
shoot.
the only explanation.
Hi, puppy.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
There's no doubt of
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then...
Got it.
No, it's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room.
Like, you
You
can't
said
shoot,
so
only
yourself.
absorb.
Didn't you, Kyoko?
It was telling me that for a good long minute. It's like, haha, I'm gonna only let you absorb. I used the Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Right. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up.
Awesome.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out.
Sounds like whenever you do a reservation and you get there late and then you can't eat dinner in peace.
Okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Here we go with the bad ending, guys. We're gonna watch the bad ending first, and then we're gonna do the right ending. Here we go. Shing, shing, shing. Good job. Good job. You got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko,
Now then,
I
I
prepared a very special punishment. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it
Monokuma, the new stewardess. Yeah. It's punishment time! He won't let you get into the flight right now. I remember this, man. I remember this. It's brutal. It's so messed up, too. Oh, dear Lord. Imagine being under that press. Imagine being under that press. No. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you, but, like, no. I'm good. Thanks. You can tell that she's nervous, but she's trying to stay calm. I feel so bad for her. By the way, fun fact, that leather jacket that she has, when I was like alter ego only wants Makoto, not Kyoko. Yeah. That's true. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that sound. There's a reason why we don't see like the body smashed, you know? And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Kusaba came to an end. I still have to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent. Regardless, the truth was lost forever. And for me, I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope Week ever again. We had obtained a peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Look at all this. Wait, she's dead? What the hell? Oh my god. I mean, I completely forgot. So all of them are just starting to repopulate with only one girl. Please, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That's the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? Is this hope?
Oh no! This isn't right!
There we go. Byakuya's kid is kinda you know, Byakuya has a cute kid. And I love that Byakuya is holding Toko's picture. Like if Toko died. I thought he said that there was no more murders. I guess she died of natural causes or birth, right? Because how much we wanna bet that she gave birth to Byakuya's kid.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to expose Kyoko's lie or not. If you spend your life trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that's the risk, means solving the mystery, you have no choice. Am I wrong? She's not wrong. I think about very carefully. I have to decide right here or now. I wonder what would happen if we say run away. Let's do that. No, running away isn't going to solve anything. Okay, so running away doesn't do anything, alright? Okay, let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal?
Well, it's not like no one has a rebuttal. It's more like no one wants to. Like, that it's evident that no one wants to.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Well, no. Well, yes.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
Byakuya, back
I
the heck
suppose
off.
we have to admit that Kyoko
It'd be cool
didn't
to
put
see
the
Makoto
locker
run
key
away.
in her bag. That it was
I wonder how
someone
that would look like. It's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. Run.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Yeah.
You! What are you trying to imply?
That Byakuya did it.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime
Like, I'm done
on,
here.
I was
Bye
with
bye.
you
Yeah,
guys
I
the
know.
entire time.
It's like, okay, bye.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
Whoever went in, put the key in
Someone
there.
could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Exactly.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong.
Of course.
Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Oh?
Huh?
Come here.
Inside?
Come here.
First of all,
Come
there's
here.
something off
We're about to have a little
this
guest
entire
come
trial.
in. Come here.
You all see it, don't you?
Come here.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead.
Come here.
And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even
here, baby.
said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be
Okay, time's up.
And there it is. You see what's happening,
Time's
Lanchan?
up.
You see this?
Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
what? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up?
Precious.
There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Oreo. Yep, it's Oreo. He loves attention. All right, let's see. C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B. And I got a B. I knew it! Hey, I at least got a B, all right? I told you, back in high school, I used to get A's and B's. See, all my scores so far have been A's. I got one B. That was my report card.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Beauty.
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
He moved my headphone. Ah, of course, there it is. Thanks. Thanks. You're precious. You're sweet. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do anything.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yep, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. Makoto looks so angry at the voting thing, to be honest. I know. He looked like literally, it's like go up close and be like this. Just, it's like so opposite from Squid Game when it came to season 1 with the guy, like the main guy, where he literally just looks at the camera looking like half like not wanting to be here, and then out of nowhere, and it's like face that you would never think that would be like what his face would be like on the rolly thing. None of this makes sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense!
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like the other class trials. I'm going to end it the same way.
Chills!
It's
Chills!
time for the heart-pounding,
chills!
positively thrilling punishment!
Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
They're just trying to break up the duo. They're trying to break up the couple. You remember that K-drama stuff that I went through? That girl Kitty is Monokuma. She was my Monokuma. That's it. They're just trying to break up the couple. That's what it is. Yes. And I am so excited to get to the second game. And then you guys get to enjoy seeing fail at the shooting game. Can't wait. After school lesson. Are we shaking? Like, believe it or not, the first time that I actually played this game, I did do the whole thing of Pursue the Lie. So, yeah, I've seen this before. Is it just me? Or was Kyoko purple or... Okay, there it is. Looks like you're like holding your breath. But you're like filled with dread. Oh my god. There he is! There he is! Oh, I completely forgot because of Alter Ego. I completely forgot. There he was. Ah! Huh? What's that? What's going on? Hey, wasn't that? Yeah, it had to be. At first, I thought Makoto's face became purple because he was scared. So I realized that he was holding his breath. Yeah, like you know how they say it's like hold my breath until my face turns blue. Yeah, I'm guessing that that's what I thought.
This is
Alter Ego? Alter Ego?
Is that some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It's finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Hmm.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was just a pinch, an itch. A stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never going to see him again. Now I know what you meant when you said, Alter Ego only cares about Makoto, not Kyoko. I got it now.
To waste away in a garbage stewed pit in a way that's even better than a special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Oh, I have to go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's definitely late, and you probably have things to do in the morning. It's like go to work or go to school, or go to work, go to school. You need to do something in the morning. Go get some sleep, everybody. I promise I'll be sooner for the stream. It's okay. It's okay. We always have Saturday. I'll definitely be doing the stream again on Saturday. Gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
What are
say?
you talking about?
so...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Bye. Bye. Good night. Thank you for being here. A massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban zone. And also, one more thing. Get well soon. See ya. Thank you. You too. I hope you're feeling better after recuperation. Bye. It's like the school stands in the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings its top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sent a cream of the crop into workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things that you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending a high school. Two, you have to be the very best of what you do. No ordinary student could enroll. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there in the gates of the ultimate school filled with ultimate students was me. I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk out in the middle of some boring class or whatever then. What was I doing? Asleep here just now. It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Oops. Dear Lord Almighty, look at all this. Do you see all of this? Finally. I can finally feel my mind and body start to cooperate together again. I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream aside of a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invaded my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hints of sunlight seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation I find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let this happen. Not after what my good friends went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Well, there it is. Hold on, let's save. Let's save, because just in case if there's a power outage, like my husband says, or your dog knocks into the plug and it unplugs your system, or you accidentally get your wrist to touch the power button of the PS4 and it closes. Okay, you know what? A lot of things could happen. All right. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? The Monokuma. That's a rocket and a tank. Oh, that's a spaceship from the beginning, right? Yeah, that's like the beginning credits of the starting of the whole game. That we saw somebody's skeletal remains afterwards. I better not think too much of what I've seen down here. This is a desk. It's probably the one I fell down here with me. Okay. And no matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink? Which one are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides. But that's not enough of a reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. Not after being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. Demo. What fell from the sky wasn't a sign. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched piles of garbage tossle and form an odd shape. Did something fall over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? Let's go check the trash. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells
She looks so
awful.
cute. Hey, somebody, do a lolly version of Kyoko right now with that cup of noodles on her head. I should do that cosplay. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
Lolly, if you don't know what Lolly is, a Lolita. You look like you've been doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Yeah, it's Kyoko. Yeah, it's Kyoko. Oh my. Hello, Angry Red Panda. I want to buy one of the Danganronpa games. IDK, which one? So, to get. So, which one would you recommend? All right. So when it comes to Danganronpa games, there's actually a big collector's bundle that you can actually get all the games plus a special game that's in there. I would recommend getting that one if you actually want the full Danganronpa experience. But if you actually want to get to the root of it, like if you watch the animes and everything and you want to get to the root of what um Danganronpa is all about, I would say get Danganronpa 1 and get Danganronpa 2. Those are the ones that I started with. Those are the ones that I started with that actually hooked me to the Danganronpa franchise in the first place. Um, if you like a shooting game, get Danganronpa Despair Girls. It's actually what happens outside of the school, for that game. So for me, my recommendation would definitely be this one. Yeah, Kyoko's the only one that deserves to live in the first from the first game. Well, I don't know about that. For me, I definitely think that Kyoko, if she died, I feel like it would cause a lot of bad things to happen. Because I also think that she deserves to live the most, like out of the whole game too. Like I'll be honest with you, yeah. But I'll definitely say if you like the soundtrack and the punishments are actually better for the first one. So I would actually recommend getting this first one, which is Danganronpa Trevor Happy Havoc. It's the beginning of everything, and it's the best game out of all the games that are out there. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Your panda, of course it's Kyoko. Yeah. Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. But you've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Okay, thank you. You're no problem. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you finish. Uh, arigato. I snatched the bread and water and that she holds out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth. It was in my mouth, and it makes its way towards my stomach. It really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing that's not such a bad thing to be good at. No, no, I feel like at some point me and my husband are gonna be cosplaying Makoto and Kyoko when we go to a con. But Kyoko, why did you come rescue me?
So,
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
you.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, but I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, that's not what I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter what the cost. Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
To tell you the truth, I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for the one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Once.
I.
Until recently. I forgot what it was. You forgot? You forgot? But that's... I have no memory of what my pursuit was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived to this school? No, I don't. Of course I don't. The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnection.
It would seem.
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine what happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... And there's my husband. Give me a second. Whenever my husband comes back, I mute my mic. Okay? So give me a second. This is taking a while. It's taking a quick while. Okay, so my husband informed me that he's not coming in anytime soon just yet, alright? I think. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually down here already. I have no idea. I can't see. Okay. Anyways, I don't think. I'm positive. It was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Emil, why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would intervene with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what you said, if what you said is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Okay, sorry. Now he's here. Thank you, honey. I haven't had these in a really long time. Thank you. You couldn't get me Reese's Pieces? No, I'm kidding. It's like, screw you then. Eat crap then. What's that? What? Huh? For what? Yeah? I guess my collection... I haven't gotten a collections notice in a while. I guess mine has already been paid off, huh? Yeah, can I have that? I think that's my collection. Give me a second. I have to be adulting. I have to be adulting. Oh, so I gargled salt water in my throat. It helped immensely. Yeah, like a lot. Because I was just like, I'm getting sick and tired of this cough. I'm getting sick and tired of this cough. Yep. Oh, Aiko was here, but she had to go to bed. But she says hi. Yeah, no, I'm serious. This says tax return, so I'm guessing I have to pay for it with the taxes. What does that mean? Amount of debt discharged. What does that even mean? Does that mean I don't have to pay it? Is that what it means? No freaking way did I get out of that. Should look that up. Should look that up. Wait. Are you serious? So they're basically saying, sorry. Sweet. Guys, I saved myself from owing $1,000. Oh, wow. That's so interesting. I just had to wait. So I get money back from taxes, and on top of that, they withdraw this. What luck for me for 2025 when it comes. What happened? Okay, everything's going well. I don't know why, but my computer turned off. Just logged off. And... Hey, baby, go shower. That way, it's better to do it now. It's still early. Plus, you get to relax and you don't have to go to bed anytime. Are you gonna use my towels? Could you just say yes or no? Maybe. You just rub the mic. Okay, go. Baby, just go. Oh. Hi. No, I did not. Nanchan, come here. Come on. Nanchan, come here. Okay, he's going that way. Well, don't make a big deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind's one of us. If she believes that, then of course she can trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you for help. But why me? Because among everyone, you're the least likely to be the mastermind. It's just intuition, but your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me would have been the mastermind.
understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Oh, it's just like the dream I had before, but why did it just happen?
Listen.
Deja vu, or in Korean, 괜찮아. Oh. It is not.
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know that I'm never asked you for help, for the help, the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, everybody, that's the end of the stream. Bye, good night, have a good day. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I've only been on for like 2 hours? No. 2 hours and a half. So let's keep going. Alright. You said you had a reason to doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my goal. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Havoc Academy, there was someone I had to find here in school. How to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Havoc Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Havoc Peak. Kyoko's dad? You know, how... Okay, first of all, the better question is, how did you get separated from him when you were a kid? Was there, like, a struggle? Was, like, you know... Like, was it, like, type of Anastasia stuff? That he just... That you and him just got separated in the crowd, and then you went to the police, and yeah, that's basically it. That's my assumption. Is Hope Peak's headmaster? Then that explains. When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
What?
No matter the cost. Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It made perfect sense now, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstandings. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
It was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entire Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map shows that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay there overnight from time to time. I had to figure out the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that was the truth, if that were true, the room would have likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And when and that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than I've ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get a chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Okay?
However...
Of course. Which is why I had no idea what was going on for the rest of the building. It had to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't me. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was just to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared. And in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out to eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't intervene directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Within minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with the rule in peace, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind itself is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What is it? There was a point where Mukuro may have not become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? What do you mean? During that night, I can hear the footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into pieces. Just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms when I suddenly sensed dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away and followed it. I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever was the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised. And the dojo key wound up in my room. It all had to be the work of the mastermind, and an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. That means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wants to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't intervene, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is the contradiction. But it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill you. And seemed ready to kill you in your room. Okay, let me hold up a second. I accidentally turned off my TV. Accidentally. My monitor, should I say. They needed to kill. They needed the class trial to kill me, but it seems, but, but seemed ready to kill you. Everything they did is to punish. So what does it mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's, huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukudo was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair is to implicate whoever causes that event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
Let's see.
That despicable group whose only purpose is to purpose and motivation comes from despair. They're
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Ooh, chills the way it ends like that. Ooh. Look at how many students. You received a Dream Island rocket present. You know, that doesn't look like a rocket. I mean, it looks like a rocket, but it looks like 5 alive. See, I knew 5 of them survived. I fucking knew it. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now,
Anyway,
I have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Okay, well, go. Kyoko, do you still have one more thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And I can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Right. Hey, Kyoko. Can you use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it through the key bar. And then... Yes, it worked! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. So, sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Alright, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. You know, I'm just gonna say that right now. All of them are like grouped up in guy-girl groups. Guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl. 3 girls, 3 boys. Who would have thought? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extended straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. You reached it. Yep. We started climbing the ladder, intending to reach the surface. You know, that's a really bad angle for Kyoko, I swear. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it was ending. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. I'll be careful. But now that you say that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Good luck. This trial and stuff was pretty hard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky. It's so confusing. Maybe talking will help me keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So,
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. And there was a time when when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your it's like your family's tradition, right? So
Right.
because we take pride in it. Ugh. For me, I wish the class trial would the class trial for number 5 for some reason was so much harder for me. Just like I want to get into detail for that. Um, but the class trial for number 6, it's gonna. I know it's gonna, since it's the last one. It's gonna be the longest class trial. I already know it, and it's gonna be so hard.
Indeed.
Especially for me, is when I suck at shooting and when I suck at guessing. I can guess the shit out of a plot. Okay, I can guess the crap out of a plot. I can guess the crap out of like Supernatural, any type of anime, any type of show. I can guess the plot and I could be right. I usually am right. Which is why my husband loves watching shows with me, because whenever I guess, he like gets mind blown. Like but for some reason, I can never predict video games. Video games I can't predict. Whew. A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice or evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we need to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made con- uh, a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But in our family crest, but it's our family crest, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. I hope you're entertained, Delta, by the way. So that explains. That explains. Wow. Don't want to keep it up. Apparently, my friends don't know them. I guess it's a state of art. This is the ultimate pop sensation. Gonna be there. Yeah, ultimate baseball pro is gonna be there. So jealous. It's only the win. It's only for winners. How can anyone even? Anyone can't. Before I came here, when I was looking up the information about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
I.
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it had something to do. It has something a true kitty kitty detective it would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? Absolutely, I had absolutely no desire in reconnecting with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited after all these years. You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk about with my father.
However,
There is something I want to say to him though. What?
I.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
So.
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, and he had a promising
However,
future, but had no intention in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad just wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to do and to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. There's one thing that I can never forgive. Hontoni.
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. The shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. See, I think this... Okay, I have to put the remote down. I see this is the turning point where I relate to Kyoko Kirigiri a lot. Because the thing is that in my family, I'm actually literally on both sides of my family, even on my mom's side, I am considered the black sheep. I'm considered somebody that cannot fit in whatsoever, and my mom hates it. My mom hates it, I hate it too. But the next generation of children, they actually accept me more because they don't know what the adults know. And because they don't know what the adults know, obviously they're not going to hold it against them. Now let me tell you. In my family, there were rumors that my father and my mother, they were both in a previous marriage before they had me. So all my siblings that I have, they're actually my half siblings, each and every one of them. And we either get along or we don't. On my mother's side, I get along with my siblings the most. On my dad's side, there's only 2 siblings that I get along with the most. In total, it's 7 siblings. My mom had 4, my dad has 3. So, now sad. But there was rumors going around from their ex-spouses to their children that caused my half-siblings to hate me. Absolutely hate me. And they were saying that my mother, well, my dad's ex was saying that my mother, she was a mistress, and she did this voodoo witch type of thing on my dad and cast a love spell on him. Because in my country, there actually are voodoo doctors, voodoo witch doctors. I'm not joking. I come from Peru, and if you go like close to the mountains, you know, where like Machu Picchu is or where Cusco is and all that stuff, there actually are witch doctors there. And they can make this happen. I've seen it, and it's scary, and I don't ever want to experience it ever in my life. Okay, ever. No, I don't want anybody to experience that. No. All right? And so my siblings for the longest time believed that my dad was enchanted by my mom because of a spell. And they made my life a living hell. And on my mom's side, they all thought that I was a love child because and that my parents married out of wedlock, because when I was born, my parents weren't married; they were just dating. When I was 3, that's when they got married, and they assumed because I was born that they got engaged and they did it out of wedlock. When in reality, with how sensitive everything is right now, with the world, I'm not gonna say what happened, but my parents did marry out of love. It is true, they did. But because of those rumors haven't died down. Actually, they've gotten worse. The more that I become an adult, the more evident it is that because I'm not a kid anymore and I don't have to go to the family parties always, they don't invite me to them at all. I don't go to family parties. I just see them on Facebook or see them on Instagram and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's it." But I try to reach out for my family, especially the next generation, which are my nieces and nephews. And a lot of them respect me, a lot of them support me, and they actually sometimes watch the stuff that's on my platform. So it's actually really nice. Um, but the whole thing, like it like like that that their past, my parents' past, has been baggage that's been following me my entire life. But do I ever blame my parents for that? No, because it's what other people say. For me, I blame the ex-spouses of my mother and my father because they're the ones that are making my life a living hell. So, yeah, that's my story. And this is why I wanted to cosplay Kyoko Kirigiri. Out of everybody that I cosplayed from Danganronpa, I loved cosplaying Kyoko Kirigiri so much that I actually have it here. Like, see? There I am. There I am. Yep. As Kyoko Kirigiri. Look at that. For me, I love Kyoko Kirigiri. And I miss cosplaying her so much, and I really want to cosplay her again. But I ruined her wig. And I ruined her costume by wearing her jacket on a daily basis. And I lost the skirt. And I lost the tie. I lost the whole outfit altogether because I loved her outfit so much that I actually wear it like to work, or I'd actually wear it to I'd actually wear it like on a date or whatever. And so like yeah, like for me I'm just like Kitty is like the spitting image of me. Like she's always wants to crack down everything. Crack down the cases, solve the problems, like the issues. Get down to the freaking facts. That's me. It's so me. Like I am like she is the embodiment of me. Everything that she is, I love it to the point like when it comes to those serial killer cases and everything, I feel like I become like her and try to solve it before I get to the end of the actual footage of the documentary. I don't know. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him no matter that we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that? It's actually facts that some children do cut out their parents for the better and not for the worse because sometimes the parents will be so toxic that the kids think that their way of thinking is their own way of thinking. My husband was like that too when his family actually told him that a lot of Peruvians are known for one thing and one thing only. And it's not true, but that's what they told him. They told him that Peruvians are known to be cheaters. And it doesn't matter if they grew up here or they grew up from the motherland, that they will cheat. And if not now, eventually they will. And I think that that's pretty messed up that they told him that. They brainwashed my husband at that point to the point that he wanted to break up with me. He did. He actually did want to break up with me, but he didn't. Thankfully, because I explained it to him that it's usually the people that are from the motherland that have a lot of issues inside of them that will cheat. Not every Peruvian cheats. Okay? My mother, she never cheated. My aunt, she never cheated. My uncle that's married to my aunt, he never cheated. The only reason why I know this is because my family loves to gossip, even about their spouses. And my dad, in his younger years, he cheated, but it was like before he was married. So yeah, he cheated. Um, I know that for example, a lot of my nieces and nephews that either came here at a young age or they in like years ago. We're talking like in the 1990s when they came here. And are my age and the newer generation, they don't cheat. I mean, they brag about, being able to get the girls or get the guys, but cheating, they don't actually cheat. A lot of them are just like, cheating is wrong. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I just don't like cheating. And I gotta say that the parents did a really good job to put those values inside of them. So it just comes to show it depends also who raises you, because my grandma, she raised my dad on her own. And since my dad was the man of the house, he wanted to prove his manhood, I guess, which is why he was the eldest, so he had to take care of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, okay, 2 girls, 2 guys, 4 siblings. So no, 5 siblings. Sorry, 5 siblings. It was 3 boys and 2 girls. But one of those boys was, I actually have a transvestite aunt, which is so cool. I wish I met her. My Aunt Roxana, but unfortunately she passed away when I was a kid. So I was never able to meet her. I could have connected with her so much. But apparently that was the only transgendered person, and I think the closest to somebody from the LGBTQ community in my family, because everybody else is straight. So yeah. But your family, you just have to cut them out like that. Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. We are connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call somebody family? No. My mom always told me my family are my friends. Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. There it is. Looks like this is it. On the other side of the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
That's right.
Back. Remember, that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reach my right hand and push against the hatch. The hatch opens with ease, so... Oh, thank the Lord! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Hyoko, arigato. I would have never gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright. So, what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You help me. They might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
then, let's get to a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she says that, she points to the nearby surveillance cameras. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen? What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness that I had my plug at the ready. Already plugged in. Done. Okay. Let's be sure that it is charging. Okay. If we get to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have any other choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Let's do the map. Let's go to the map. Let's go to the map. I love this teleporting stuff. All right. Okay, so let's save just in case since we've been going really far. Okay, let's see if it's yep. That's it. Oh, love in deep space. Sorry, I'm getting alerts from my other games. Okay, let's go. Let's get it cracking.
Well now.
Hey, 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 hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are you really gonna be okay?
You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but it is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. This time I won't leave anything by chance.
Kyoko, do whatever you feel like you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lost? I lose? You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to your unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice of out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution missionary. Alter ego. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being like that could come out to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukudo. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, then they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
Can you prove this, right? And you can prove this, right?
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that.
Woohoo! Hey everybody, we got to 100 views. This is the first time during a live stream that I've got to 100 views. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
What is this? A comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth.
And now you're talking like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to
However-
inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him.
Because what we sent is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say that we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to do.
then I suggest take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
There, yeah.
Hey,
Well, what wouldn't that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair class trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'd probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting so bored, so I decided to change things a little. So, time for bear jokes.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
Contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown! He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's crawling around in the school. If you can do that, then I'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all! If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mystery of the school, then you win! But if you can't do that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When you uncover every last truth, when we uncover every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So
Hey.
what? I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it is a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and our trial of Mukuro is no exception of that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this is a killing game. This killing game began with 16 student participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking! I'm done talking! I got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya?
Why are you mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone! Get out of here!
Okay, I'm going. It's just... Are you really going to let us go?
I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punished later anyway. I need to start getting ready. The super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, arigato. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it the Mastermind let the guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said that they hijacked the airwaves of the broadcast and to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? They definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. No errors. We can't afford errors. We cannot afford errors here. Hello? Come on. Come on. Jonathan better not be using the Wi-Fi. Come on. There we go. We're good now. Woo! We're back. We're back to good. We're back to good. Okay. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. And yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
In other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something like that. Reason?
so
They had to show the world something. No matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the
it
world?
would seem
They wanted to show the world? The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but force us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
Demo, none there. The point, likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for students of Hope's Academy, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
That's for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. Nani? They want us to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the House of Despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Thimble, is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led the Mastermind revealing their weakness. Okay?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, followed by those proper rules, to get me mad. They began the trial that didn't have the right answers. They made me out to be the killer. Oh, wait, hold on a second. For the 2 viewers that are sticking around, thank you for sticking around. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yeah, thanks to you. Due to the failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill me instead, who also was not the killer. And when that was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion
Indeed.
to prove the world that despair is better than hope. They have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got this chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a sigh. I took it as a small sigh of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is the fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, would you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have made you just as much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who the real enemy is. And all we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Alright, let's go to the dorms! Yes, please. Okay. Let's save this. Whoops. Alright, save. We got some good stuff. You know, some of these little things, since I'm doing it in a hard mode, it seems like I'm getting more scenes than when I did it on easy mode just to enjoy the story. So, that's something. Let's see. Rest in peace. I didn't want him to die. I didn't want him to die either. I didn't want him to die either. I don't know about her. She was, it's Byakuya. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on. You need to keep looking. Okay. Whoops. Why? I don't even know why. I pressed it. Juko, of course. Toko's inside? Probably not. She's usually with Byakuya.
Hey.
I think she's here. Come on. Okay. Hero. Celeste.
Hey.
Okay, so no one is in their room, so there was no point in him in here. Leon. Hero. Don't save the dorms if there's like no one here. Okay, so then we rely on the map. Alright, let's see. Okay, no one's on this floor. Yeah, no one's just, they're probably on the highest floor, maybe. I can't go to the other floors? Of course I can. Okay. And... Up those. Okay. For some reason, I'm getting all of this confused. There we go.
Hey.
Now let's head to the dorms. Okay, well I guess they have to be in the cafeteria if that's the case, right? Or here. They at the exit? Oh. No, they're not at the exit. Surprise! Okay. Yeah, so they have to be like in the cafeteria. I'm calling it the cafeteria. I'm calling it the cafeteria. Mess hall. Suddenly, we were being lifted. Whoa, whoa. You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability has reached... Jeez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
Oh, look, we found them.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Yeah, we found them.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Oh my god. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started tearing up.
What?
Wait, what is that?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, you seriously stink. It's Makoto! He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was Walter Eden. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that their lives were saved by a computer. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out with the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo?
So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured since the class trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And no dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. There were I know! Oh, you stink! Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten! Sorry, I was rolling around in the garbage for a while. Smells so fishy. Super smelly! The smell is even worse than me! Way worse than me! I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in this. There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But it is okay that you're here. What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously? What? Machide?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me either. Or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap to contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do
However,
to stop it. But his decision meant that he could be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted a trap. Did you, Makoto? To make it sound... You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know...
However,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Black End, is a clear violation of the school's regulations. The rules state that only the Black End is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rule, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the class trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's all about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? For us to win this, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding us. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already. But if we lose this, everyone dies.
Oh, no!
He hit his head. How do you feel? Huh? You left something? So you have to go out again? Come on. Everyone? Hey! Who said that you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master! I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way to get us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other
Interesting.
words, one decision, final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school mysteries. I'm pretty tall fruit. But Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
And that's what I thought too, at first, until Monokuma gave us that little hint. It's very polarizing approach, you know. But it's okay. Enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. One pizza. Yeah, gotta stop the stream anyway. No, it's because I want to do the last class trial for Saturday. It's the last class trial. I'm about to finish the game. Yeah. And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuno, as Kyoko said, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder... What? But yeah, there's like... there's like a big slice of pepperoni. Who's that? Whose is that for? Is that for me? Yeah, pepperoni tastes good. More like, Luna has about 3 slices, so I guess 1 slice of each, yeah. You could see how many slices. I don't know if it's 4 or 3. Yeah. Technically 4? Well, Luna's 6, so she doesn't have that much of an appetite, so the small one actually. It makes sense. I gave her 2 small pieces today, and she was fine. Oh, that was a good one, too. Hey! Monokuma could probably murder Mukudo, and there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall in the very beginning. And add in Mukudo, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have been one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, only one still alive. What? Sure. Are the people standing right here. Does that continue? Getting out. You're saying that the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
I keep dropping these. Okay. Thank you. You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure if that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility. But the only one amongst us, the mastermind being one of us, is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't be. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they might be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right?
But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was acting?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled it in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it couldn't be entirely impossible because they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Yeah!
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
I want to go into Junko's room. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all those rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood. On the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Yakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't even take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee! You're totally useless! So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. Now you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm going to use my total awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Kino left the dining hall. What you mean? I guess I'll do the same.
But
I mean, it's not like I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean,
But up until now, I haven't really been that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you haven't been here, I would have died. Makoto! That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figured, at least here, at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Nina was surprisingly high-spirited as she dashed out of the dining room. Once again, disappeared.
Indeed.
All right, and that's where I'm stopping it for tonight. Because now we're getting close to the end game. And I really want to check out Junko and Oshima's room. If we're talking about unlocking the rooms, yes, I'm gonna do that. Well, hopefully everybody tunes in for Saturday, because Saturday is going to be the finale, which means I am not sleeping. My husband will be sleeping next to me, but Saturday will definitely be the finale, so I am excited. We're finally gonna get to the end, and then we can start playing Danganronpa 2. See what I have to deal with? He's my Toko. I'm Byakuya. Okay. Then the dog. Okay guys, but I hope you guys liked the stream. And we got to 106 views. That's actually very impressive. Yeah, that's actually very impressive. Maybe we'll get to 1010 on Saturday. But who knows? Since Saturday is going to be the finale. Huh? Yeah, 1010. Yeah, 1010.
Not 110.
No, 1010, yeah.
Okay. 110.
if we get to 110, if we get to 110 views, okay? But oh baby, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Baby. Okay, so I hope you guys like the stream, and I will see you guys on Saturday. Okay, Janet, bye bye.